I recently bought the Cafe Nervosa Frasier Connoisseur's cookbook because I found it at a bargain price. Ordinarily, this is listed for like 20, 30 plus pounds. For some reason, I don't know if it was just a limited print run and that's why it's harder to get. But I finally found it for I think about £10 and I thought I'd buy it. And I'm kind of just doing an overview, not so much a review because I haven't tried any of the recipes in it. But I just thought I'd show you what it's like on the inside in case you've also been wondering about it, but have been putting off buying it because of the price or how hard it is to get hold of. I thought it would just be nice to have a little look through it, and then you can see, of course, if you think it's worth maybe paying the higher price or not. It is, of course, a Frasier cookbook, inspired very loosely by Cafe Nervosa. And I have to say the design of it is absolutely beautiful. There are a lot of high quality photos in it. And for information, this was originally published in 1996. Whoever owned this book before me, or previous owners, definitely have looked after it very well. It's in exceptionally good condition. I'm not going to stop on every page and go into too much detail, but I thought we'd just have a quick look. And we have this kind of mock conversation that I rather enjoyed. Man Can Live by Bread Alone, and adorable picture of Moose as Eddie with Frasier. Daphne Moon style muffins. I'm not going to read every single one out, of course, but as you can see here, we have a lot of sweet things. Then we come to ham and cheese biscuits, the American style, of course. Previously loved by somebody who tried to make sugared currant scones, or maybe they were trying to make the cappuccino biscotti, which definitely sounds like my kind of thing. Silken sour cream coffee cake. I'm not very good at baking. I should point that out. I'm absolutely terrible at it. I'm terrible at anything culinary, but I love Frasier. Another Eddie. Then here, of course, we have the more lunch-based things. So it's got a very nice sweet onion smothered hamburger. That does sound nice. Really nice layout and a nice structure to it. Nice little bit between Daphne and Niles. Quite an extensive lunch menu. Just bring 2 forks. We have Niles, Roz, and Frasier there. I guess these are things that are meant to be shared. Chocolate bag in a raspberry pool. I mean, it looks delicious. It really does. Pears en croûte. Nothing I make would ever turn out looking like that. But certainly, it's very inspiring. Irish cream and coffee pound cake. That just sounds perfection. As I said, I haven't made anything from this yet, so I'm not reviewing the quality of the recipes. And also, as I said, I'm a culinary idiot, so even if I tried to review them, it wouldn't exactly be a very professional opinion. But this is just a tiramisu. I do love tiramisu. This is just a brief overview of what it's like. Anything with coffee in it gets my thumbs up, and of course, being a Cafe Nervosa inspired. Some like it hot. We have a beautiful scene. One of my favourite Niles and Daphne scenes. I absolutely love it. And here we have some toffee coffee. I mean, that just looks... I want it. I really want it. I know I can make it. That's the point. I'm looking at it, drooling over it, saying I want it. But the whole point is that I can make it myself. It's certainly very fun. Obviously, I don't have that much experience with cookbooks. I have used cookbooks before, but for my personal preference, this seems to be very laid out. There are not that many steps on any of them, so they all seem quite basic dishes, which is something that I definitely appreciate. And as you can see, there's a really very thick paper as well. Despite what that earlier splodge suggested. There are recipe index. As you can see, there's a lot. There are a lot of a lot of recipes, and because they only take up a page each, sometimes half a page, it really does fit in quite a lot in a short space of time. I think it's very well published, very good quality. Really is an absolute delight. And as I said, I don't know why it's quite so expensive or hard to get hold of. Maybe it was simply just a limited print run. But I thought I'd share it in case you have been considering buying it and weren't too sure on taking the plunge on something so expensive if you hadn't seen it. But personally, as somebody who can't cook, and my answer of cooking is making toffee coffee, it definitely speaks to me on that level. And as a Frasier fan, it's just a lovely way to think about the show with a very loosely inspired cookbook. The Connoisseur's Cookbook really is an absolute delight.